Good day, traders. I hope you guys are doing good and well. We're back again with another banger. It's been a while since I've connected with the majority of you. I know I've been connecting with some of my VIP students on Discord, but I haven't been connecting with you guys. It's been a while. I've been busy on my side. There were things that required my attention, right? With trading, I know that I can always come back because I already have the knowledge here on trading. I can always come back, get my profits with the knowledge that I already have. But there were things that I needed to do on my side that required me to study, that required me to do research, that required my time and effort, right? So those things had to be put on first before I could come back on the market and start educating you guys and start catching trade with you and educating you guys. So those things required my time, so I had to do that and come back to trading. And I always say this and I always emphasize it most of the time, each and every time, on Instagram, on Discord, on Facebook, or even on WhatsApp. If you have my number, you know that I always try to tell people that you shouldn't bring your problems, or you shouldn't bring two things at the same time in the market. If you try to focus on school, or if you try to focus at work, or you try to focus on other businesses that you might have and projects, and you come back to trading with the stress that you have there, if things are not moving well, if things are not going according to how you've projected, it will definitely affect your market or your trading performance, right? So we always try to come to the market with a clear mind and a rejuvenated mind so that you can always perform to your optimal best. So as you can see here, I'm back again and I will be giving you content, and I'll be replying to most of your DMs, and obviously I'll be reading through the comments and everything. And I've missed you guys so much. So we're back again now. We have NAS 100 here, and as you can see, it's a clear chart, and you know how we do it. We have a clear chart here. Obviously we have to mark our levels. We have our high here, as you can see, and also we have our low. These are our levels. These are the levels that we normally use, right? So what are we waiting for? We're waiting for price to actually push to the upside, right? Come down, take out the opposing low, right? Engineer something here that we can potentially look for trades from. Then that's when we can start making decisions about where to place our trades and where we could potentially capitalize on. So as you can see, the level that we have highlighted has been taken out, right? So the trade still has not materialized into the way that we want, right? So what are we waiting for? We're waiting for price to actually come back, take out this opposing low, generate something here, then continuation to the downside, right? So as you can see, we have to be patient here. We definitely have to be patient here because this is a 2-hour time frame, and on the 2-hour time frame, it's not like on the 15 minutes or on the 3 minutes time frame. You have to definitely be patient. Patience should be part of your trading plan. If patience is not part of your trading plan, it will be very difficult for you to wait for your trades, right? So you need to actually learn how to practice being patient. And as you can see, our level was taken out, and exactly with what we wanted, with the momentum and with big bearish candles, right? So what are we looking for here? Well, we're looking for our supply level. Obviously we have to highlight our supply level here, which has been engineered just like the way we want it. Now we have what we normally look out for in the market, right? So what are we looking for right now? Waiting for price to actually push to the upside, mitigate our supply level, then continuation to the downside. Then we can potentially look for trades here, right? And we do not set our TP level before our level have been mitigated. So right now, as you can see, price is moving all the way to the downside, right? So that's where you also need to be patient as well, because now you have a full clear of what's happening here. And as you can see, this trade here, when it's moving like this, you definitely need to be patient, because if it's moving like this and all these things that you've highlighted were there, you definitely need to be patient. You don't need to prematurely enter your trades where you were not planning to, just because you're seeing the trade moving. No, it doesn't work that way, because you might potentially lose money that you could have saved had you been patient enough, right? So even if it comes close to your TP or your entry level, do not enter. It will mess up your RR. It will mess up your mind as well, because that mental capital is also important. because if you're constantly losing trades and trades that you were not planning for, it will definitely hinder your trading performance. So as you can see, our level has been mitigated because our level reached the point of interest that we highlighted. Now we have to start setting TP levels, right? And as you can see here, our TP level will be where? Will be here. And I will definitely try to explain why my TP level is there. Obviously, first reason is that I normally look out for what? For 1:3 RR, and as you can see here, we have a nice 1:3, right? That's my normal RR. So a nice 2% on a trade is good for me. A nice 3% is always good for me. So the reason why I decided to place my my TP level here is because this is a demand level, and if it's a demand level, it means it's a psychological level. Majority of traders will try to actually get involved there, or majority of traders will be putting out their profits. So I do not want to be there when the market is actually trying to make decisions, where the market is just accumulating with me in the trade, right? So that's why I decided to place my TP level there. So always place your TP level where you know that the market might potentially do something there, right? So this is how the trade ran, and as you can see, the trade moved all the way to the downside, and when it was moving like this, we actually placed our SL entry just to be able to protect our profits. Because if you know how to trade but you do not know how to protect your capital, then you still have a long way to go, because sometimes the trade could be there, the setup could be there, everything, the homework, you've done your homework, you're trading the plan, but because you're failing to actually manage your trade, you will definitely see some losses that you were not planning for. So you definitely need to place yourself in a level where, like, you know that once price start doing this, once price start doing that, you place your SL at entry to protect your profits and to protect also your mental health, because it hurts sometimes setting your stop loss at entry, or not setting your stop loss at entry, and you see price moving all the way to your loss, to your stop loss, then coming back all the way to your TP. You see, you could have just prevented that loss by taking your profits, or you're closing your trade at entry to avoid getting stopped out, right? Even if it went to your profit, even if it went into your direction, now you know that you're mentally safe, right? Other than taking a loss. So managing your trade well, knowing what you're doing on the market, having an edge, having a proper risk management, all those things you need to combine them, because this is just technicals, right? After technicals, you have to be able to do what? To have an edge. And after having an edge, you have to have what? You have to know when to close and when to open, and also you have to have a proper risk management, knowing how much I should risk per trade, and also managing your trade well. So if you can just combine all those things, then you will definitely be a proper trader, and you will definitely, I'm not going to say you're going to have a smooth sailing to trading, but you will definitely have a proper ground, something that you can use, something that you can consistently apply and see consistent profits, and you will start seeing your performance graph start escalating and moving all the way to the upside. All right, so that's just how it is. Thank you guys for watching. I've missed majority of you. I know after this video, my DMs on Instagram will start flooding in with people asking questions about this video, because it's been a while without being here. So thank you so much if you watched all the way to this point. I really appreciate your presence here. Please like, subscribe, and comment if there's something that you would love to know, if there's something that you would love me to do. So thank you so much. This is NAS 100 on 2-hour time frame. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.